Okay, welcome to another video from Attrell Toyota here in 110 Canam Crescent. My name is joe.tenthorey, and there's a lot of buzz around the new cars that Toyota is producing, new engineering, new technology, and that hybrid system. But today we get to look at the fun, sporty GR Corolla 4. And this one is what they're calling the new hot hatch. So it's not built for luxury, but it's got three different trims: the Core, Circuit, and the Morizo. And it's a very different name from the trims like LE, XLE, Limited, etc. And I like that new way of describing it. And as we take a sort of walk around the car, we can really see that it has a lot of features that we want to highlight today. It's not the best economy car, but the styling and performance can get you 9.8 in 100 kilometers highway city combined. It's got a new wide body, 4 colors including the heavy metal, looks very sharp in the Morizo, and it's got 3 exhaust tips, one for each cylinder in the back, the 1.6 liters. It's got the extreme contact tires, standout brake calipers, great handling suspension, a little stiff, but it's got that smooth and it shines on the corners with the double wishbone equipment. There's different modes, but we're going to talk more about that in detail. Stay tuned. Well, we just want to take a look at the exterior. We just pulled it into our service bay. I think it really stands out with all the lights in here. Because it's black, you see all the angular shapes that are highlighted by the lights that are here. Especially this bulgy hood. You see right up on top here, really stands right out. Muscular look. It's got also the heat exchangers there, so it's able to cool the engine. And then the fenders pop right here out on the side, moving along to some very functional vents to allow. But it also gives that really sporty look. And you move along, seeing the trim over here, and it stands out. Remember I was saying, if you can see within the lights here, the GR4. Again, talking about the all-wheel power that's happening here. You move right up on top, and I kind of see it's a bit muted. I saw it better in the sun, but this is this carbon fiber roof that is to make it lighter, more performance-oriented. Also for performance, but definitely for the look. Look at the spoiler here, just pops right out, giving that great shape with the light underneath here. Moving down, the GR Corolla is everywhere on this, and so there's another one, the GR badging standing out. And then the triple exhaust pipes here. They just stand right out, again, one for each cylinder of this engine. Again, moving around, looking at these, I think it looks really cool with these black rims, and then inside you can see the GR on the calipers, red, popping right out, just good accent to the vehicle. Again, all the black that's on here, even including the handles, usually you would see chrome on certain things. We're not looking at luxury right now, we're just looking for that sleek performance view. These tires are great in the circuit, especially they're meant to be sticking to the ground in the way that you want it to when you're making the corners. And then over to the grille. Again, GR on the front badge here. Really looking at this grille. It looks like it's just been lengthened. It's more beefy that way. Stands out with those fog lights, especially when we're driving around. Maybe I'll get... Okay, this is our chance to hear it roar. As we look into the interior, just before we go there, of course, always being able to show you the fob, which is the typical new fob that we have, except for it's got GR on the back for being able to stand out and be able to show others that you have that. Just liking the profile of this car. A little bit longer wheelbase I hear from the Supra, but the same stance as the Supra. And again, that double chime that lets you in if you don't have to push the fob button. Being able to walk in, right way stands right out. These pedals got that really racing look to them. This is a manual, that's what you're going to get with the Circuit, and being able to sit there, you see again these seats, really the 2 textures, being able to stand it with even that leather accent. Love this sort of look here, and I think that's for the extra seatbelts if you ever wanted to get into the racing. GR, again, it's plastered everywhere, but here on the headrest, you can even see on the steering wheel. If I turn it around, you can see it on the start button, which I'm going to come sit in here and actually start it up and let you see it for yourself on the display. Again, firing up, GR comes out right away. Maybe before I shut the door, I just give a little We'll hear more of that on the road as well, but let's keep some of the noises out as we just take a look around here. Now, just interesting, this digital display just really stands out for me, being able to work through and function through the screens that are there, telling you the information that you need. But the sport mode, again, performance as we want to see, I'll be able to put that on the road, but this is the way my hands are kind of free. This is where the sport mode happens. Once you put it in to use, you'll see the button be able to choose your custom sport, normal, or eco, but then the distribution of how you're using tires, either the front wheel drive or rear wheel drive, and that is controlled by a button right here. Very easy to use, and you'll see it'll be able to switch over to 30-70, so 70% at the back, 30 at the front, and then this other push track mode. Track just means it's going to go into 50-50, so it means all tires are doing all the work and holding you to the ground, and it really handles wells in the corner, and we'll be able to see that as well. I like also, because it's standard, the manual transmission, there's another button here that actually helps with the revving. So when you're shifting gears, it'll actually auto rev to the RPMs that it needs to make a clean shift. You see the people who are making those jerky shifts, but that's the button that does that. So we see this screen, 12.3 inches. This was not the hugest one, but I think for the car, for the size, again, it is a Corolla. You could see we're not a huge space in here, but it is meant to have the profile of a Corolla, but with these bells and whistles, and it's a functional screen. It's got all the stuff you want. It's got navigation on the circuit, which is great because then you could be able to maneuver. That's an extra feature. Other features that come with it, the Qi wireless here, heated seats. That's also something that's not been common on the Corolla hatchbacks, and then heated steering wheel over here. So a lot of little extra bells and whistles. Again, but it is streamlined. We're not bringing luxury in this car. We're bringing practicality for what the performance can be needed for that. Well, whenever we start off the car, it's in 60/40 mode. I am going to show a little bit of, but I can already feel a little slip in the front. But now we're going to take it to the 70/30 mode. Okay, doing more rear wheel drive. Definitely feeling that push, the power in the back. Again, track mode is the one that will always grip the tires in a track mode. But that just gives you a little understanding how fast we were going. Again, we can hit 100 kilometers an hour within just under 5 seconds. Well, I'm going to show you how the rev thing works again, listening to it. I'm just going to shift it into the gear previous. It matched itself in the revolutions, it should, and it's calming itself down, so it's just very smooth. Again, over-exaggerated that one, so you can just see how high the revolutions will go for us to slow down. Well, thanks for joining us for another video at Attrell Toyota here on the GR Corolla, and we're seeing lots of people show interest in that. Please come on down, make an appointment. Feel free to make comments if you have questions. Love to answer those things, but we are more than happy to show you this model.